everybody to see. All of us adults, everyone needs to be able to see this. Our kids, they go through a lot of stress. We keep saying the word resilient. I don't want to say, I actually don't ever say resilient anymore to any parent. I never say kids are resilient at all, but I can guarantee you there are so many people, I hear that word all the time. And I'm like, children are not resilient. They are sponges.
Yeah.
We were sponges as children. They are sponges. They are not resilient. And we need to be the change. We need to change the cycle of dysfunction. We need to ensure that us as parents, no matter what our positions are, whether we are a teacher, a counselor, a school secretary, a school nurse, the cafeteria personnel, it doesn't matter who we are as a person, we really need to make sure that we understand mental health, that we spread awareness, that we focus on signs, agitation, withdrawal, hopelessness, decline in self-care. You have the signs from these kids. And this is what I want to finish up with.
Okay.
I can give you a million resources. There are so many amazing resources out there. But what I want every parent to understand, and every parent to have handy, and every parent to give their child: crisis text line. Text 741-741. It doesn't matter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go online or use your phone and text 741-741. Reach out to the crisis text line. Get any information that you need to learn. There is a counselor there and available, whether you are a child or an adult, whether you're being bullied, whether you're being physically abused or mentally abused, if you have been sexually assaulted, if you need help and you don't feel that someone is truly helping you and you don't know where to get help, reach out to the crisis text line. They are there 24 hours a day. They are trained counselors. They are there 365 days a year. They don't take vacations. So they are there for major holidays. It doesn't matter when you need them, reach out to them. And I think it's important that every home have that available for their kids. And if you're a parent, you can go to crisistextline.org and you can find all the information that you need to help and guide you and teach you. They even send you to more organizations that are inclined to teach you classes to be able to help you. Go to bullying.gov if you want to understand bullying, to understand how to be a voice in your community to make things better. I mean, those two resources to me are very important. It's extremely important for our youth. You and I mentioned this before. Safe space for our kids does not mean a room, a location.
Right.
It means something that provides them the ability to understand that they will not be hurt for where they are. They need a happy place. Yeah. And I mean, the cycle of dysfunction, that's the most and most important advice that I feel as though that I can share. As a mother who lost her child to suicide, and as a really good friend of yours and you suffer every day to get through your own mental health. Mm-hmm. We all go through challenging things. I surprised a psychologist one time who told me they couldn't offer me any help because I learned to compartmentalize and focus and deal with my own traumas in different ways, that I am able to go through my life. And I have never been diagnosed with depression. I understand that I'm sad without my daughter, mm-hmm. but I don't have that monster in my head.
Right.
Be it depression, be it bipolar, be it, schizophrenia, whatever a diagnosis can be as far as mental health. I don't have that. but I was born. To me, I still feel as though being able to compartmentalize the trauma in my life is a form of, a mental illness. I'm just able to deal with it a little bit more. And I can promise you, as a mother, it is not easy living every single solitary waking moment of my life without one of the only two children that I was blessed to give birth to. It is a pain like no other. And the journey of grief, not many parents are like me. There are hundreds of thousands of parents out there like me whose voices you don't hear. And I'm hoping that I'm able to channel what their pain is through my pain in order to be able to help save another life.
Linda, I want to thank you for coming on my show, Mental Health Warrior, and people think that, I only talk about, veterans issues or military issues, and I do, but, mental health encompasses the family, and the family is not just the military family, it's the children, it's everybody involved. And we can only get rid of the stigma associated with it by talking about it. And this is why you do what you do and I do what I do. And I'm very appreciative of you to come on, and what you do for our children is truly amazing. And I know you and I will probably be friends until we no longer walk on this earth. But it's
I'm
really
sure we'll go beyond that. Our spirits are on the horizon together.
But you bring up a lot of great points. We'll put the crisis text line up, on my podcast. If you ever seen it, we have, your logo here in case somebody wants to sponsor that. Throughout this podcast, we'll have that text crisis line up there instead. Kevin can make that happen because he's a great producer. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Linda, thanks again for coming on. You brought up a lot of great points. And parents, if you've noticed a change in your child in behavior, if they're no longer addressing the way they used to do for school, or they're dressing opposite of the way they used to, just ask the question and see. You are a parent. You have every right to look at what's going on with their social media. I do. Not so much anymore. Junior's 18, but I used to check his phone periodically just to see what was going on with his accounts. Linda, we didn't talk about it, but I want to bring up one good point as I close out here. I was talking to you one time about Junior and his grades from school, and you told me a very important thing, and I quit harassing him about his grades. Is grades aren't important if your child suffers mentally from it, right? And I had to realize that, sometimes Junior would not get such a good grade as I thought he should, but what was the reason why the grade dropped? And so when you told me that, and I changed my way of thinking about his grades, because now it no longer became a stressor for him, right? Mm-hmm. So if I get a C in class, dad's going to be pissed, and what's going to happen, all this stuff, right? And so he's always stressed about that. And you really opened my eyes to that. And so I quit being that way. Now, I do get upset with Junior if he gets a bad grade because he's lazy. That's completely different. I'm not talking about that. If he didn't turn in his work, or if he didn't do something else.
Right.
But what I found out is when I changed my way of thinking about his grades, he would come to me and say, Dad, I really don't understand this math problem, or I don't understand this, and the teacher's not helping me explain it.
Right.
Or something like that. And so just by me changing the conversation about his grades, changed him and how he approaches me about his grades. And so I just want to end with that too, parents. Don't think that, grades are end all because they're not. Because once you leave school, grades aren't important. The old joke is, what's the difference between the guy who graduated number one of his class at doctor school and the guy that graduated 100? Yeah. You still call him doctor.
Right? That's exactly true. Yes, so, you're absolutely right.
I wanted to thank you for that. For helping me pull my head out of my 4 point of contact. That was about a year ago. I think we had that conversation, but I want to thank, and I want to leave with that. I just want to say, Mental Health Warriors, thanks for tuning in. Please log on to VeteranTrashTalk.com. We got all of our good merch out there. You can get your good t-shirts and everything out there. And I want to thank everybody for joining in. You guys have a great week. Take care. Yay. Hey, that was a good episode.
That was going to be good.
Okay, so now I'm going to complain about Veteran Trash Talk because I want to get a shirt, but let me explain something to you. I wear extra small.
Oh no.
Okay. Extra small. And you guys didn't have extra small.
Oh, well, I'm going
to do something about that.
Yeah, Kevin, can you take care of that?
Yeah.
You got more pull with them than I do.
Extra small for Linda right now. Here it is.
Yeah, we're extra small. We laugh at me because it's like no matter what, we all know I'm 53. I'm 5'7", and damn if I don't get above 130 pounds. So I can't seem to outgrow the extra small.
That's tough. That's tough. I wish I had that problem.
Yeah,
Right, the height kind of like, Kevin, you've never seen me in person, and Cliff has. The height kind of stretches me out.
Well, now I'm doing extra small for Linda, but I'm also thinking, wow, now we got a kids market for the "Don't Be a Triggered Pansy" t-shirts, right?
There you go.
One of those.
Exactly, that's a good one.
I don't know if he's worn it, but I got him one.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something hilarious. Okay, don't laugh. But I have Hulu, and I have a profile for my dogs that has nothing but cartoons.
Sorry.
I just don't. I just say don't laugh. Laugh at something. I swear to
You have
God.
a Hulu profile for your dog. Did I hear that right?
I have Hulu, and I have a profile for my dogs to watch cartoons. You ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready? Teen Titans. Everyone knows who Teen Titans are, right?
Oh yeah, I watch it with Lloyd. I love it.
Right. I can put the TV, kids, I have it rated for kids. And Teen Titans can run all day long.
Yeah.
Do you know I put the Looney Tunes that you and I grew up with?
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny, Donald Duck, right? I mean, Daffy Duck, everything. Do you know I put that up? And a rating blocks it every time it comes up.
Wow.
Saying this is an adult channel and it's not allowed.
That's crazy. Yeah, I believe that.
What's funny is Lloyd, Lloyd kind of likes watching those old Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner.
I know, it's so funny. And I was just like, how is a kids rated? That kind of show you, that's where media comes into me.
Yeah.
For certain things, how are you blocking a cartoon that we grew up on?
Right.
Violent and not accepted.
Right.
On a G-rated, station, but you play Teen Titans and they're bad as shit.
It'd be interesting to see if you play Family Guy or Futurama, or Rick and Morty, if that
Family Guy. It would play Family Guy. It would not play Looney Tunes. Our cartoons. It wouldn't play it.
That's funny.
Got rated every single time. I had to, believe it or not, I had to change my dog's rating to adult.
Hey Kevin, we're going to show this on the after show.
Yeah,
I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you.
That's great.
I had to change my dog's rating to R so that they can actually watch
Bugs Bunny, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And you know what, Cliff? I'm gonna send you some pictures because I'm gonna show you. My dogs really do look at cartoons.
That's great.
That new movie on Disney, Turning Red.
You.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is. They love it. Athena, she'll bark at the cartoons.
Yeah.
That's great.
It cracked me up when she was barking and barking and barking. And I came in, and that was the first time I discovered Looney Tunes was blocked. She was barking because the went off.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Said I'd like to offer my services up to you to help you accomplish, anything that you have in mind, for sure.
Thank you, Kevin.
Don't
I
hesitate.
appreciate
That's
it.
what like I said, this is absolutely a passion for me. It started with veterans and has, like Cliff said, it's not just veterans that should be awarded good mental health. That's for all of us. So I'm here to make a change any way I can. It's time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Cliff,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you notice that I made it through without crying?
I know. I almost cried.
I can't offer you enough compliments about how you put that out there. That to me would seem almost impossible to do. So you lost your daughter, but you have to focus on how many lives have you saved. It doesn't make up for the loss of your daughter, but without you, what would the tragedies that other families be facing right now without your organization?
Think about these counselors that wouldn't have the tools to help these kids, especially coming out of I mean,
Mhm.
to me, I was really, when I found out about that, when we talked to Marilyn, did that speaking event together, I was absolutely shocked and mortified that that even occurred. I mean, because you were telling me they were taking classes like cooking classes and knitting classes and stupid shit.
Yes.
Like that. I mean, I just, and then you think about school counselors, and then you think about, well, they're just there for telling you what career you're going to have or something like
Oh
that,
yeah.
you know,
Oh
and
yeah.
it
I
goes
mean, I
far.
remember um, one year, Black Friday. I'll never forget this. My my older daughter L'Oreal and I, we walked into Lowe's, and I'm constantly always working on some project of some
Mhm.
sort, and so we walked into Lowe's, barely walked into through the sliding doors at Lowe's, and a woman who was a school counselor who recognized who I was
Mhm.
literally walked up to me, not "Hi, Linda,"
Right.
"Oh, it's good to see you." It was, she was a school counselor. She was also working part-time at Lowe's. And she literally walked up to me and said, you know, your daughter is the bane of Prince George's County counselors' existence. And my oldest daughter,
Lucky she didn't get punched.
oh my God, you have no idea. I had to physically, and I'm the more violent one between my daughter and I. So it's like I had to sit here and grab my daughter and walk her out. But before I did that, as soon as I restrained my daughter, I looked and I said, for what? For helping you to do a better job and
Yeah.
help our kids?
Yeah.
If that is my daughter's bane of your existence, then I'm sorry, but at least I can help save lives.
I think the appropriate response should have been thank you.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
meaning when she said that to you, you're welcome.
It's
You know?
right.
You're welcome for making you do your job better.
I know.
Right. I mean, I literally, it became, I used to get, people would send me messages, and I just, none of that bothers me. I know it's probably like, probably 70% of the counselors in the state of Maryland who didn't appreciate Lorenz Law being, I mean, I was hearing it. Yeah, I was hearing from the schools, because some of my daughter's friends are school counselors and teachers. They were sending me screenshots. They were taking pictures,
Yeah.
because they were all going through these different trainings, and on the slides they were showing me how House Bill 0947, Lorenz Law, was being implemented, and how going forward this is going to be a part of their practices and processes. So I was seeing pictures, and as I was seeing positive pictures being sent to me on my phone, I couldn't share it, but I was getting those messages. I would get like, social media messages, about, as if I didn't have enough expense in this world, I have to now pay, to be certified. And I'm like,
Then go do another job.
Exactly. Exactly.
so
But
I'm still probably the most disliked parent.
Good.
in Maryland, but I'm okay with that.
Good. I mean, the thing is let's face it, teaching is one of those things that it shouldn't be a career. It should be a calling. The same way with law enforcement. I'm convinced the reason we have so many problems with law enforcement overreacting in situations is because they're not made of the same stuff that they used to be made of. They're scared. They go into those situations already afraid of what's going to happen, and they don't have, because of their fear, they don't have the ability to diffuse that situation, and instead with their fear escalate that situation, at least in their own mind.
Well, and you see
right.
that in the military. You see that in the military, right? So the military is, when something happens, let's say there was a suicide in your unit, the first thing the investigator's going to do when they come to the commander, they're going to ask, what did you do wrong? I didn't do anything fucking wrong. I did everything.
Right.
So you become over precautionary.
Yes.
Because you know what's going to happen on the interim. And I will tell you, just like the lady that came up to you in Lowe's, her problem is is probably not necessarily that she felt bad now that she's got to get certified. She probably feels guilty over the fact that she didn't keep up with the certification, and how many kids did that affect her life, and maybe that's what's affecting her.
Right. Right. I mean, you have there were so many school counselors that loved Lorenz Law. There was a principal in Dorchester County. He didn't think, he was for it, and he was like, you know, I saw his interview, and he was just like, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I will support it. He didn't think it was going to get passed,
Right.
but it got passed. So
Nice.
there are some principals out there who truly believe in the reason why schools were created. It is a sanctuary for training and providing youth with knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of educating and these schools.
Well, knowledge
It's not to sit here and, you know, pull funding and buy themselves big houses instead of spending it on, you know, providing amazing extracurricular activities to you know, to engage our kids and our imaginations, you know, because that's not what it is. You know, but we gotta, not every school is run the same way. All of these administrators run it the way that they want. So
That's right.
You know, I would tell you, my brother is superintendent. When COVID hit, he never closed his schools.
yeah,
And he got a lot of pressure from the city around him. And a lot of superintendents were pissed because he didn't, but he told the teacher, said, this is not right for the kids. And we're gonna do our damnedest to keep the school open. I will tell you, it was rough, but science proved him right.
Yep.
And all through COVID, he kept his damn school open. And it was
But
hard.
see, it's not just that science proved your brother right. It's your brother runs his school for his children. He doesn't run it for himself.
Yeah.
He runs his school for his children.
Right.
He wants to make sure his children are learning and his teachers are in the good headspace in order to be able to put that positive energy down.
He got
So
rid of
your brother is amazing.
He got fired him. Well, that's probably why they keep renewing his contract, because you know his kids. Here's something else that he did. Now, you know, technical centers have kind of gone away. He is now, I think it's this year, they're opening a technical center to where these kids can go and learn a technical trade. And he's partnered with the local businesses.
Yes.
Will go in, and they're part of this technical school, and these kids will train, because not all kids go to college.
Right.
And these kids will go out with a skill that they can now go and work for that company when they graduate.
That is, and you know what, that's something that they used to do in schools, but they don't really concentrate on vocational training. And, you know, I used to say that to my kids and every kid that comes along. Not everybody is meant for education. Not everybody is meant for schooling. So if you get through high school, you know, find a passion that makes you happy. Do you want to be a motorcycle mechanic? Go to mechanic school. You know, do you like woodworking? Go, you know, be an apprentice with a carpenter. Do you like plumbing? Be an apprentice with a plumber. You know, there are agencies that provide all of these apprentice type positions that provides on-the-job training, and they get paid for something that they enjoy doing, because they can't put their head around words and books.
Well,
you know, to go and get an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. You know,
I got a 4-year degree. I've never used it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I've been a machinist for 32 years, and I did serve in an apprenticeship. You know, in hindsight, you know, I think I might have liked to have taken a different direction, but the thing is I would match, you know, at the end of the day, my overall earnings to anybody who's been to college. You know, and I mean, that's the advantage of the vocational side is you start earning. I mean, they got welders and plumbers now are 6-figure incomes, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's funny because I just posted that the other day on my personal page about you know, let's emphasize the trade schools over the college, just that fact, because at the end of the day, if we lose these skilled tradesmen, what is that going to do to our country? What is that going to do
Exactly.
to, in turn, our national security? You know, we have we have the capability of being self-sufficient. We just choose to outsource about 90% of everything we do. So
exactly.
yeah, like I said, machinist, I always felt like, you know, I did it out of necessity, but you know, never lacked for an income. You know, I like where I'm living. You know, I mean, I've done well as I need to be doing. You know, I'm not that ambitious.
Good.
So.
And I agree with you. I tell people all the time, I went into the military and my recruiter sat me in front of a typewriter and I was like, what's that?
Hey guys, I gotta go.
All right. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Linda,
we're wrapping up.
It was great to
We'll
meet
get together again
Hey,
soon,
guys,
guys. Have an amazing day.
Please,
I'll bug you later.
reach out to me anytime, okay?
I will. I'll send you that information too.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good weekend, Linda.
See ya.
Have a good weekend, guys.